when you're done with all the documentation, you will go to training college. So I believe it's on day 4 that you will start to go on, to training college. The HQ is actually at the airport. This is where all the planes are departing, and the Aviation Training College of Emirates is located in Al Gahoud. And this is a huge, they have huge facilities. It's a big, massive school for flight attendants and pilots. And there you will go for the first time to learn about the company. So they will tell you a lot about the history of Emirates, a lot about the history of Dubai, how was Emirates born, why. They will tell you a story about the king. So yeah, a lot of things that are quite interesting actually, because it's always nice to know how they made it basically. So yeah, it was quite an interesting day to me. During this week as well, you will go to visit a mosque. As I told you, you will learn a lot about the history of Dubai. So you will go and visit a mosque. I think it's a half day or something, and they will tell you about the culture of Dubai as well. You will have e-learning. So what is the e-learning is like throughout all the training college, and even when you will start flying, you will have e-learning. So it's like homework that you will have to do from your computer. That is why I need to tell you that you would be wise to bring a computer or a tablet to Dubai, because you will have to do those e-learnings via internet. And one of the e-learnings that you will have to do every year is about Ramadan. So you will be explained about all the culture of Dubai, which is very interesting. So it's a must. Everyone has to go there. Then when you think it's done with all this information, the real beginning starts. You will start your journey at the Emirates Training College with what it's called general aviation. Basically, in this company you fly 2 aircraft. We fly Boeing 777 and Airbus 380. You will be trained on both of those aircrafts. Depending on which batch you are going to put in, you will start maybe with a 380 or maybe with 777. But anyways, you will have to do both. Maybe it just depends on which one you're going to start with. If I remember correctly, it's going to be 1 week for 777 and 1 week for a 380. And guys, I don't want to scare you, but those babies are going to be your best friends during your whole training college part. Yeah, they are massive. There's 2 of them, and they cover the main topics that you will have to learn by heart, more or less. And they don't cover the service training, which is also pretty good. During those 2 first weeks, you will learn about what is an aircraft, how does an aircraft work, how do you open a door, turbulence, decompression, how to fight a fire. This is actually really fun. You're gonna learn each specific of the aircraft, which is a bit tricky about the fact that 777 and A380 are 2 different aircrafts and they don't respond the same. Let's say A380 is a little bit more, there's a little bit more technology in it, whereas 777 is like, I would say, straight to the point. I don't know how I can tell you, but yeah, you will have to learn like every specific of each aircraft. I remember they will give you as well a little booklet of homework that you will have to do at home, of what you learned during the day, and then it's just to refresh your memory so that you can learn easily. So you will have to do homework every night of what you did during the day, so that it's come back into your memories, because it's a lot of information. So yeah, it was it's not an easy part. It was a very fun part though, but it's not an easy one. How the system works is that you learn everything in class, you will go to the simulators or somewhere else to practice, and then you have an exam. Every time it follows like this. You learn, you practice, and then you do an exam. For those exams, you will have to have 80% in order to pass, otherwise you will fail and you will have to redo it again. Those 2 weeks were actually my favorite ones in training college. It's very interesting. You learn a lot about aviation and you learn a lot about planes, and it's still quite a good ambience. Teachers are very are usually very chilled and nice with you because you're new, and they treat you like little kids, like little kiddos, that you have to be careful. That's what I remember. Maybe it's not true with everyone, but it's still very nice. And I had amazing trainers for those 2 weeks. And when you're done with those 2 weeks of general aviation, you will go to GMT. GMT is basically the medical stuff. I don't believe it was a full week for the medical stuff. I think it was a few days, but I really loved it, actually. If you have seen my videos about my previous experiences that I'm just going to put right here, if you haven't seen it, you can go and check it out. I told you that before coming to Emirates, I did the CCA, which is the aviation certificate to work in Europe. And during this certificate that I passed, we had to do as well a medical part. And I believe the one that I did with Air France was really, really, really nice. If I can compare with Emirates, the simulators are incredible. I think nobody can compete with the simulators that Emirates have, and everything that you learn about airplanes it's very deep. You learn a lot about it. Whereas I think the medical ones that I did with Air France was really like, we had real nurses and real doctors that came to teach us everything, and it was a bit more pushed off. But still the one that you learn in Emirates is sufficient for you to be able to deal with any medical case on your own. Because yes guys, at the end of the day, you are on your own when you're up in the air. There's no doctors, it's you. Yes, you can go to the cockpit and you have to call medical support on ground. And I think this light is saying goodbye to me. I'm very sorry if the light is going to dim towards this video. I'm going to try to speak a little bit more faster. Yes, you can call the medicals on ground, and yes, you can make a PA if there is any doctor during the flight, but at the end of the day, you are the one who has to make the decision, following up with the doctors on ground, and you will be the ones who will have to deliver a baby. So this is one thing that you will have to learn. You will have to learn as well the different signs and symptoms of different conditions that people can have on board. So it can be just someone that is fainting, but it also can be someone that has a heart attack. So you will learn how to do CPR as well. You will learn about how you can treat burns, how you will have to deal with blood. Sometimes people are bleeding from the nose, or if something happens, like if a bag fell on someone's head, it can be a very big trauma as well, or it can be a nosebleed, it can be as well open fractures, it can be basically anything, and you will be the one who will have to deal with it. So they will teach you everything that you will have to know and how to deal with those. As before, you learn in class, you practice, and then you have your exam. And for the exams, you will have computer-based exams, and you will also have practice exams. For the computer ones, you will always have to pass 80% as always. And then for the practice exams, it depends on the exams, I believe, because some exams are smaller than others. For example, for the medicals, you will have to learn how to put and how to inject a EpiPen when someone is having a allergic reaction, but it's a severe allergic reaction, and they will teach you how to use an EpiPen. So this is like, so you will have an exam like on this, but this is just it's quite easy. Whereas the computer based, where they ask you a lot of things about different kind of conditions, those ones is a bit more tougher. After your medicals, some of you will be going to security classes, and others will go to your uniform day. Yes, you have 1 day for security. So what is security? Basically, so you will learn about all the tragic things that happen into aviation. This is a bit a shocking moment, a sad moment, so you will obviously learn about what they implemented. It's the aviation in general. It's not only about Emirates, it's about the whole aviation in general, what they implemented after 9/11. You will learn about plane crashes that happened and what they learned from it and what is implemented now. what you should do, about hijacking, about terrorism, about everything that is a threat. Security is everything that will be a threat to you or to the aircraft, and you will learn how to deal with it. So this is something very interesting and very intense. It's just one day, but I think it's very intense, and you learn a lot about how to deal with those kind of things. And you will finish that day, which is really cool, with a self-defense course. I remember for me, I did my uniform day before, and then we did security. So we had to do the self-defense with our uniform, and it was a bit annoying, to say the least, but it's really real. Our uniforms, if you're a girl, most of the time you will wear a skirt. Fighting with a skirt and fighting with pants, it's two different things, believe me. So the fact that we had to wear uniforms to do those fighting courses, self-defense courses, it was actually really fun and really real about what you should expect. Those courses are really amazing. You learn a lot again about how to defend yourself. You also learn about how you should defend yourself within the aircraft, because you are at work. There's some things that you cannot do, obviously, that if you're just in the street. There are ways of defending yourself or attacking a person or restraining a person. But also those courses, they can help you in your everyday life. Actually, you learn stuff that you can use and you can use if you are attacked in the streets at night in a different country. As I told you, after security or just before security, you will have the day that we all have been waiting for, which is going to be your uniform day. So before this uniform day, I believe we received our suitcases, and everything will be, and all your uniforms will be inside. So we all did basically. When you are home, you already tried your uniforms at home and by yourself, and you're like so proud. But on that day, you will have to wear it, and they will explain to you how exactly to wear it, and they will explain as well how to do your hair, how to do your nails, which kind of makeup you can do, basically all the do and don'ts that you can do within the company. Well, they will talk to you as well about the brand. This is the day that you will understand about Emirates as a brand. Before that, you were learning everything about your job, let's say, what is the most important for you to be safe and to do your job correctly. When you start your uniform day, this is the moment that you will understand what is it Emirates as a brand. That's why they will teach you what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do, what is good to associate with this brand and what is not really good to associate with this brand. For example, I know that I'm not gonna say that they are fighting or they don't like each other, but for example, Emirates is known as a very glamorous airline by the look of the flight attendants. Meaning if you are walking in the airport with a massive bag of McDonald's, this is not as glamorous as it could be. I'm not saying that they are fighting, they don't like each other, that you're not allowed. I'm just saying that you have to think about what it's good to show and what is not that good to show. It's, at the end of the day, it's a massive business, and you have to learn how to represent a brand. From that day, because they consider that they taught you everything that you have to know, you will have to look good until the end, believe me. Do you remember when I told you that the first 2 weeks they are very nice and they are they're very nice and they are like teaching us like our little babies? After that day, that's it. You are a grown-up, you are representing the company, and they will tell you about all the shortfall that you will do, and that's why you will finish with the service training. Service training is not really fun, to be honest. If I'm really honest, it was not the most fun part of the training. You will learn basically how to present an item, wines, food, how to talk to your customers. You will learn how to set your cards, how to handle a galley, A galley is let's say the kitchen that we're using. You will also get to try the food though. Yeah, remember that sometimes, because when you practice service, some of us are playing the customers and others are playing the flight attendants. So as a customer, you will also get some time to eat some food. So you will try on the food that you were serving on board, so that you know your products and you can talk about those in the flight, actually, to your real customers. Actually, when you're done with everything and you completed all your exam, remember you have to pass 80% of your exam. If you don't manage to succeed, I think you have to come back the next morning very early, so that you have to pass the exam again. And then if you fail, I don't know what's going to happen, but at some point obviously they will have to talk to you. So when you're done with your exam, you will have what is called a Nujum day. It's just for them to congratulate you. It's gonna be a fun day, let's say. You will do activities, you will do physical activities, you will be put in group, not into your badges, so you will learn, you will definitely meet other people that you might not know. You will do sports activities and other kinds of activities. And on that day you will have like a few surprises. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I think that's everything that you should know about what to expect of training college. It's a very busy month, to be honest. You're gonna work a lot, you will have to study a lot. As I told you, the books are massive, and this is only 2 of them. It's a lot of information that you have to sink in, especially if you don't know anything about aviation. But I would say to enjoy it. So one of the most fun part that I had on Emirates, it felt like I was in college again, like university, I mean. It did felt like this, like we were all students and Dubai was new, so it's the time that where you discover a lot of things. It's the time that you have a lot of parties, I never partied that much that during my days in training college. You have to find your balance between enjoy it and go to the parties, but you also have to study, because definitely it's not easy, and you don't want to be fired or sent home just because you didn't do your homework and you failed your exam. So yeah, definitely enjoy the most of it, but still bear in mind that you have to study in order to succeed. I really hope you did like this video, guys. I hope it was not too long. I'm trying to do a lot of informative videos and I really hope you enjoy them. As I told you, I did a video about Emirates recruitment, what to expect from an open day. I did a video as well about my final interview and the previous jobs that I did. So yeah, I'm trying to do more and more videos like this, and just tell me in the comment below if you do like those kind of videos, informative videos. Did you learn something new in this video, or is it something that you already knew? Is it something else that you want me to talk about? I really wanna know what you think about it, and I really want to thank you guys for all the message that I have, for all the appreciations that I have from you. I did a video recently about my makeup routine as well to go to work, and it's a simple makeup video actually, because I'm not really good at makeup. I'm not a professional at it, and I was a bit scared to put it out there, but you guys were so nice with me, like really nice. So I really appreciate everything that you do. I really appreciate everything that you tell me, and it keeps me going actually. So thank you very much. And that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'll see you in another adventures, guys. Bye.